What's going on, guys? Fossil here, and the first AFL Evolution trailer has been released, and I'm going to break it down for you guys. First, I'm just going to let the trailer play, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to break it down frame by frame. Yeah. So here we got a picture of the MCG, and not only do we get to see the inside of the ground, we get to see the outside of the stadium as well, and the surrounds of the MCG. It looks very nice. It also looks like the left-hand side, it could even be the Richmond Station train tracks over there. So this is a very nice picture of the MCG. Here we've got the Western Bulldogs ready to break through the banner on Grand Final Day. And as you can see down here on the bottom left-hand side, it says created entirely with in-game footage. Now here comes the Sydney Swans through the banner. Here we've got the Western Bulldogs lined up for the national anthem here on Grand Final Day. And you can see a few familiar faces. We've got Tom Liberatore, and next to him we've got Luke Dalhouse. The Sydney Swans here lining up on Grand Final Day for the national anthem. We can see Isaac Heaney, who's on the front cover of the game. We've got Kirk Tippett, and next to him we've got Jared McVeigh. The two captains in the middle of the ground here for the coin toss. We've got Jared McVeigh and Easton Wood. And now they've deliberately faced Easton Wood away from the camera in this picture, as Easton Wood actually doesn't have his face scanned for AFL Evolution, which is a bit disappointing not to have the Premiership captain with his face rendered for the game. And here we've just got a nice picture of the AFL Premiership Cup. Here's the first ruck contest. To start off the AFL Grand Final, we've got Jordan Roughhead and Sam Naismith. And Naismith gets the first hit out. We've got a look at a celebration here between Luke Dalhouse and Tom Liberatore. And these celebrations look very familiar to the ones that we got in the DLC pack for AFL Live 2. And here we've got Buddy Franklin and Tom Papley celebrating after a goal. And here we've got another celebration with the main star on the front cover of AFL Evolution, Marcus Bontempelli and Tom Boyd. And here we've got a shot of the crowd, the Western Bulldogs and the Sydney Swans fans jumping up and down. The crowd looks very nice in AFL Evolution. You've also got some sponsors going around the ground, Coca-Cola and Toyota. Here we've got the little master, Gary Ablett, doing a blind turn spin evade and leaving Ben Reid in his wake as he runs into the 50 into an open goal. Another celebration here, this time between Dane Zorko and Josh Shackey. And here's another celebration after Jack Riewoldt kicks a goal. He's celebrating with Dion Prestia. And this is our first look at the HUD in AFL Evolution. And it shows the stats so far up until this point in the game. We've got disposals, contested possessions, tackles, goals and behinds. And here you can see Jack Riewoldt has got 7 goals. Here's another celebration between Jared Roughhead and Jager O'Meara, and Luke Hodge coming onto the screen. A celebration here between Jesse Hogan, who's got 2 goals to his name, and Jeff Garlett. And you can also see the pack of smokes hanging out the back of Jesse Hogan's shorts. Levi Casbolt here looks pretty happy with himself. He looks like he's clapping to himself after he kicks his first goal of the day. A celebration here between Taylor Walker and Mitch McGovern. We got quite a few shots here of celebrations. This time it's Tom Lynch and Brandon Matera. Another celebration between Tom Hawkins and what possibly looks like Harry Taylor. Moving back into the gameplay footage, here's Rory Sloane taking a diving chest mark. Here we've got a shot of Dane Beams roving a ball from Stephen Martin, and he's taken that beautifully off the palm down from Martin, and looks like he's going to break away here for a centre clearance. We've also got Matthew Leuenberger and Dyson Heppel in the shot, and the game's been played at the Gabba. Here we've got a very nice hanger being taken by a Melbourne player, and I do believe it to be Dom Tyson. As you'll see, when he's falling down, he slightly turns his body, and it looks like the number 12. And he's taking a mark over the top of Isaac Smith. Here's Scott Thompson running into an open goal at the beautiful Adelaide Oval. Levi Casbolt taking an uncontested mark against Collingwood at the MCG. So here we got our first look at a set shot, and it's Eddie Betts taking the shot. It's a showdown. As you can see in the top left corner, the scoreboard, it does look pretty similar to AFL Live 2 scoreboard, just a little bit updated. We've got Adelaide and Port Adelaide here in the first quarter, and we get a look at the goal kicking HUD as well. On the ground, we've got several different little arrows, which is depicting the way in which the wind is going. So this is a nice little new feature. I think this is going to make it a lot easier to be able to navigate the wind when having a set shot. Eddie Betts here is kicking with the wind, and it's going to be a lot easier than just using that little arrow up in the top corner. So here on the right hand side, it also tells us how to aim for goal. It has the left stick and to aim with 2 arrows saying that go left or right to aim at the goals, allowing for the wind. And then we've got charge, where you hold the right stick down, tap back to power up, and then launch, flick forward to kick. And then we've got the banana. There is going to be bananas in AFL Evolution. Tap in the direction to curve your kick. Whereas in AFL Live 2, there was no snaps, there was no bananas, which made it a lot more difficult to have shots from the boundary. Here we've got a shot of Todd Goldstein. He's absolutely cleaned up in this shot. Here's our first shot of rain AFL Evolution. Now it looks pretty good. We've got the dark grey clouds in the background. The grass is looking nice. And here's the Melbourne player just dribbling the kick over the line from about 1 metre out. Once again, we've got Dane Beams in action here against Richmond, and he's taking an absolute screamer. Here we've got Andrew Swallow trying to break away from the centre square and getting run down. Jack Rewalt now taking a beautiful specky, and this is a shot taken from Dreamtime at the G, as you can see both Essendon and Richmond in their Indigenous Guernseys. Showcasing a few high marks here. This time we've got Clay Smith. Here we've got Andrew Mackey taking a diving mark with his arms outstretched, with Jager O'Meara trailing behind. Moving on to something that gets me really excited. This is something that I wasn't expecting at all. It looks like a pre-game huddle or a halftime huddle with the captain, Scott Pendlebury, here giving the troops instructions for what's ahead for the rest of the game. And we can also see in the background Travis Varco and one of the other Collingwood players drinking from a Gatorade bottle. Here we got Geelong this time with Joel Selwood directing the troops. And we've also got Carlton with Captain Mark Murphy talking to his team. We've got a shot here with umpire Matthew Nichols and the centre bounce. You can see Aaron Sanderlands there in the ruck and Nat Fyfe behind the umpire. You can also see the blown up anchor which sits on top of the stands for Fremantle home games, and the Toyota logo in the middle of the centre circle. Wicked Witch has put a lot of time and effort into this trailer. They haven't just added any random footage. They've tried to recreate some of the moments from the 2016 season. And here they've tried to recreate Eddie Betts' goal of the year against GWS where he was wearing the Adelaide Crows Indigenous Guernsey. Mad Jack Dawes' Mark of the Year against Collingwood at Etihad Stadium has also been recreated. And here we get another shot of the crowd. And the crowd has got a lot of detail. We've got people just in casual clothing. We've got some in Collingwood jumpers. We've got some with kangaroo caps on. We've got some with beanies on. So there's a lot of variation in the crowd. It's just those little details that adds up. Now moving on to the Dustin Martin fend. Here we've got Dustin Martin fending off Paddy Cripps, and we get to see it from a few different angles. Here we got Nathan Jones running past with the red Sharon. The Sharon's looking beautiful, and you can even see the sun glistening down on top of the ball. And we know this is Nathan Jones from the tattoos on his legs. We get our first look at a check side banana shot. And here's Luke Bruce down in Launceston. We've got a shot here of Nat Fyfe trying to break away from Kieran Jack, running into an open goal, but getting run down. Nat Fyfe gets run down, push in the back umpire. A shot now of Tom Liberatore decapitating Port Adelaide's captain Travis Boak. Here's one of the cover stars for AFL Evolution, Chad Wingard, taking a screamer. Once again, we've got Dane Beams. This is the third time we've seen him in this trailer. And we can tell it's Dane Beams from the tattoos on his leg. And this might be a follow-up from when he got that ball out of the middle from the palm down from Stephen Martin for that centre clearance. And now he's looking to kick inside 50. This shot looks like it's taken from a Twilight game, as the colour of the grass depicts the sort of colour it gets when there's a sunset. And we've got Charlie Dixon coming out and taking a nice diving mark. Here's Callum Ward taking a nice leaping mark at Spotless Stadium, and we can see the big scoreboard in between his legs there. There's another type of kick being added to AFL Evolution, and that's Jason Dunstall's pet hate, the dribble kick. Here's Dane Zorko with a dribble kick against the Gold Coast Suns in a Q clash. And here we've got Taylor Adams going inboard, trying to open up the angle for Collingwood to have a shot at goal here at Metricon Stadium on the Gold Coast. Here we get a look at the big scoreboard behind the goals at Metricon Stadium. And here's Robbie Gray having a set shot just on the 50 against Geelong here at Adelaide Oval. We've got Jesse Hogan again, and this time just having a shot at goal off one step. And here's another angle from a set shot from Robbie Gray. Here we get our first look at AFL Women's, and we've got Nicole Hildbrand with a beautiful kick off the left boot. And this game's between the Brisbane Lions and the Adelaide Crows at the Gabba. And I'm guessing this is probably the AFL Women's Grand Final, as it was supposed to be at the Gabba, but then it was moved to Metricon because of the ground issues. And then here we've got another screenshot from the AFL Women's. This time it's Taylor Harris taking a beautiful mark on top of an Adelaide Crows player. You can see the women's footy there with the Chemist Warehouse sponsor. And we've also got the AFL Women's logo on the ground over on the wing. So there we have it, guys. That is my AFL Evolution trailer breakdown. As you can see, AFL Evolution comes out on May 5. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some more AFL Evolution news. What's going on, guys? Fossil here, and today I've got some more AFL Evolution Fan Hub for you guys. And there's been a new update, and it now includes all the official AFL players